Hello, my fellow El Camino College Republicans and other California College Republicans. My name is Diane Lenning. I'm the chairman of the El Camino College Republicans, and I am also Diane Lenning's youth representative at large. First off, I want to thank you all for coming in today. I know it's really hard for you guys to come in on a Sunday, but I appreciate it. First off, let me talk about our guest speaker today. Her name is Diane Lenning. She's a teacher, a mother, and a grandmother. She taught high school English and world history in Orange County for 15 years. She worked with at-risk students. She is a former Republican educator causes chair. They focus on improving educational opportunities for students across the United States. She is a bachelor's graduate at Polytech University, and she has a master's degree in secondary education in Cal State.
It's my pleasure to be here this afternoon with El Camino College Republicans, addressing other Republicans as well throughout the state. And thank you, Damien, so much for asking me and wearing my hat. I noticed that. That's a pleasure to see my hat on you. And I want to make some of you aware, first of all, in case you weren't able to attend here, that I did bring some flyers that Damien will be able to hand out to you when you come to club meetings later on. And I'll also leave a few copies of constitutions, which everyone needs to know their constitution. And I also have a business card that he will leave here for you to be able to contact me. I'm on Facebook, just key in Diane Lenning, and I have 2 websites as well. Now, we are very excited about what Facebook is doing for us who are running for office and connecting with local activists and people who are interested in working in campaigns and having a voice in your local government, and you're never too young to start. So first of all, if you are not registered to vote, that's the first thing you need to do. And I brought some forms for Damien that he will have for you, and I'll be here today to help anyone who wants to do that. We can gain some benefits by that because there is a bounty program offered for that. So everyone who turns in a form for us, we get a small donation to our campaign. So we hope you will help us in that way. Now, why is someone running for this office of State Superintendent of Public Instruction important to you? Well, likely someday you will have a family. Even if you don't, maybe you'll have younger brothers or sisters who are in the public education system in California. Now, with an upside-down economy like we're in right now, with upside-down mortgages and an upside-down educational system, our educational system is in crisis. And maybe you're not aware, but when I went to school, California was #1 in the nation. And it's taken over 40 years to slide from #1 to 48. And it's time that we address the issues in California to prepare you better for those jobs you want after high school and college, and to prepare you to meet the competition in the job market so that you can do better in life. And we know that all students who graduate do better in life, but unfortunately, we have a 50% dropout rate in California, and in LA County, it's 60%. And recent studies have shown that those students under 18 who drop out cost the state $1.1 billion a year in crime-related costs and expenses. So it's better for you and the economy and all of society if you stay in school and graduate. You're going to do better in life. You're going to get a better job. You're going to be able to provide for your families in a way more like your American dream. We want to give you the empowering mechanism through education to meet your goals in life and to do what you want to in life, to be successful. So that's why it's important that you vote someone into this office who really cares about kids. I've been a teacher for over 30 years. I've also taught in the California Youth Authority, so I taught with LA and Orange County young men who were incarcerated, and they were ages 14 to 25. So I know all the issues in education that all of you face. and all the difficulties that some of you need to overcome or want to overcome in order to succeed. Some of my young men told me, Mrs. Lenning, I live on a dead-end street. There's no hope for me. And I said, there is hope for you. Through an education, a good quality education, empowers you to do better in life, to have the ability and the skills to seek that job you hope to reach. And that's why I'm so proud to be here today, to know that many young people in LA County are pursuing junior college. Now, some of you may not know, but I was a junior college graduate as well. Even though I was an honor student, I chose to stay closer to home, and I found that my junior college schooling time was just as good, if not better, than the four-year college I attended. So I really encourage you to stick with it, get your AA degree in something, whether it's liberal arts or whatever. Then when you do transfer to another college, you will have a degree. In case something intervenes that you need to drop out, you'll have a degree. And that's something you can show that opens doors when you interview for jobs. So an education is what I call the great equalizer. No matter what your background, what your upbringing, where you're from, an education opens doors for you. I believe that very strongly. Now, secondly, we need to provide safe schools. Safe schools are very important for students to have good attendance, because when they have violence or difficulties on campus, or even in the neighborhood that maybe their friend has been violently attacked, it affects the climate at school. I know I worked at an at-risk high school for many years and dealt with those issues when we had those arrive on our campus. And sometimes we had to have the counselor come in to help our students, to have grief counseling and to overcome these issues. But you know, there are ways we can provide a higher degree of safety. And one of the things I came up with on our campus, and the staff agreed, was that every high school and at-risk campus needs the ability to have a closed perimeter. Now, that doesn't mean it's closed all the time, but perhaps you have chain link fencing that will shut quickly on an as-needed basis. We had numerous times when we had necessity to do that in order to protect our young people on campus and to assure that they felt safe. Feeling safe is important on campus. Knowing that staff is there to care about you and to protect you gives you a sense of community and a desire then to finish that high school diploma. Thirdly, we need to upgrade curriculum. Now, Peter's Procedures, if you want to look it up online, it's www.petersprocedures.com. Is a procedure that Jean-B.F. Peters has developed to help teachers around the state who teach undisciplined students. And those are usually considered the at-risk students because for whatever reason, they just haven't learned what the etiquette is in a classroom. Well, there is a method to empower teachers to bring success to every student in our schools. We're going to utilize that in our plan when we're elected to office so that every teacher, every class, every student has a fair chance at a good learning environment. And I know some of you who may be listening have been in some of those classes that there were difficulties with the classroom climate, the learning environment. We want to improve that. We want to make sure that every young person who is not passing English, history, and math or the California high school exit exam is getting tutoring, directly helping you and assisting you in passing that exam. It's only about the 10th grade level. So if you will just stick it out, if you're feeling like you're not going to pass, you do have 10, 11, and 12th grade years in order to try to pass that. And when teachers see that you're not passing it, we can provide tutoring that's directed just toward those skills to help you pass. And those are those main core curriculum